Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Heine House. I'm Jason. Today we're going to take a walkthrough. Gosh, it's probably going to be our last walkthrough of Toys R Us. This is actually really bittersweet for me. Toys R Us plays a very, very important role in my childhood. So for this video, we took the camera out. We just wanted to walk through it to see the state that it was in, and it's pretty bleak. So I'm gonna basically just let this video play. I'm watching it back as well here, and I'm just gonna be just recording some voiceover here. It's really sad, to be honest, for us all to listen to. Plus, I kind of wanted to archive this. I wanted to have this so that in the future we can come back and remember Toys R Us, which is really the main thing. It's hard to kind of put it into words. You know, a lot of people today, and a lot of younger people will probably just say like, "Well, this is just a toy store. You know, what's the big deal?" And it's hard to imagine. I know, and that's the difficult thing. But let me try to break it down a little bit for everyone out there. For old school people like me who grew up in Toys R Us, and also for some of the younger viewers who know about Toys R Us but maybe weren't alive then to understand the magnitude that it had. Let's put yourself in a situation here. Put yourself in a place where there was no internet. Try to think about how you would learn about new toys.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good deal, to be honest.
New video games. That is actually a really good deal on that. New toys, new video games. You would not have the internet. You would have TV, right? Your television, commercials, in between your cartoons. You would also have magazines, which we subscribed to quite a few back in the day. I remember having Electronic Gaming Monthly, Game Pro. I had Nintendo Power, and a handful of others. But you would learn about all these new fun things through magazines, the TV, and of course your friends at school. And if you wanted to see the stuff,
these are all half off right now.
You would get in the car, and mom or dad or both would take you to Toys R Us. And it was the most amazing thing. When you heard you're going to Toys R Us, you were very, very excited. Man, look how many Ganondorfs they had there. So many. So as a kid, having your parents say, "We're going to Toys R Us," was like probably the greatest thing you could ever hear. At least it was for me. In this video game section, wow. I mean, like, look how empty it is. It's changed a lot. We'll talk more about that later. When I was younger, I was into a lot of different things. I was into RC cars. I was into, obviously, video games. I was into Hot Wheels, Matchbox cars. I was into all sorts of things. We had Lincoln Logs, Tinker Toys. I remember getting Crash Test dummies. Gosh, so many things I remember. I want to talk about some of my memories as we go through this. I know this is kind of going to be our last hurrah here at Toys R Us. A lot of these memories flooding my mind right now, so. And now here we sit, looking at the Call of Duty combo pack. That's crazy. Look at this stuff right here. This Infinity starter set, which is completely obsolete now, is $2. And this section really blows me away. Skylander Superchargers, which was, what, 3 or 4 years ago? As of a time of recording this, look at that, 79 cents each. It's very obvious they had boxes and boxes of them in the back that they forgot about or misplaced or whatever until they started going through their inventory. And look, they're just putting them out there like, oh, well, whoops. Crazy to see that many out there. Look at that. Even the shelving that they hang on is for sale. It's looking pretty bleak, though, isn't it? This is the PlayStation section. Only a few games left at the time. I meant to mention, this was recorded May 27th, 2018. And a few weeks have passed since the filming of this. I'm doing the voiceover a few weeks later, and I know that it will be in a much more deteriorated state today. I don't know when their official close date is, but I imagine that once all the inventory, all the product has been sold or gone, then they will liquidate the shelving and all the displays. I mean, you saw at the very beginning of the video, they had everything, even in the break rooms, like the refrigerator and the pallet jacks, and man, it's insane. At this time, when we filmed, there was still some inventory left, as you can see here. Want to get a nice kind of overview of it. It was basically extra stock, and you can really tell, because they had like a ton of one item. Just one item just stocked to the brim, like they had it in the back. You know, and now here we are. It almost comes full circle. You know, in a time when there wasn't internet, this was the biggest toy store in the world, to the birth of the internet and the birth of technology and online retail shopping, which in turn killed Toys R Us. Lower prices. It's like the whole Blockbuster scenario that haunts me all the time. Is, you know, a lot of us have a very similar story. We had a mom and pop video store growing up.
Spider sales.
Of course, Spider-Man's got to make an appearance. But we all had, you know, mom and pop independent video stores that we grew up going to on the weekends and renting games and movies and all that. And then, you know, we would support them, and it was fantastic. They catered to you. They had much better customer service. It was like walking into a living room with family and getting the game you want. They would hold games for you. They would be really polite about it. And then hearing down the road that, oh, across the street, this new store called Blockbuster is going to be opening up. It's 4 times the size of this store. It's going to have 10 times the videos and games. And it will have every system. They're going to rent everything and anything. And what happened to that Blockbuster? Well, it opened up, and it completely killed your mom and pop video store. That's exactly what happened. This is a very similar situation. And it's sad, you know, it's sad to see it. And we loved going to Toys R Us. Sure, we're not children, but we're kids at heart. We'd go there all the time and just walk around and look at the toys, play with the toys, and check out what's new, what's on the shelf, you know? It was fun. Now where are you going to get your toys? You're going to get on, you have to go online? What are you going to do? Go to Walmart? You're going to go to Target? I mean, look at this. Where are you going to go find unicorn poop? Right? Where are you going to find this? Where are these girls going to find a unicorn poop? Yeah, see? Steph, I think, stages them. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, thumbs up to that. No, but I mean, on a serious note, it's because of the technology. It's because of the internet. It's because we as customers will go to where it's cheaper. We will put our dollars in other places. We don't want to get up and go to Toys R Us anymore. We don't want to go shopping. I mean, hell, we have any grocery store delivers your groceries now. We don't even want to go grocery shopping anymore. It's not convenient for our busy lives. And I understand it, but it's frustrating because we have to say farewell to staples like this, stores like this, that built so much for us. Surprisingly, a lot of infant stuff still around. To be honest, I figured that'd be one of the first stuff to go. Infant clothes and all of that is pretty expensive from what I understand. You know, Steph wanted these. She loves dinosaurs. She's got them. I thought this was very, very interesting. Look at this on one of the kiosks there. And you see the orange tags on everything. They're selling all of it. I mean, even the chairs. Crazy stuff. Oh, this was really cool too.
Only last remnants of the ticket system, how they used to do the video games.
Toys R Us in the 80s and 90s, their video game department was a lot different than it is today. They would have tags like these lined on both sides of the wall. And I'm going to put some screenshots and some pictures I found on Google in here, as you can see. And I'll try to get different video game generations in there so you can see. But it would have a picture of the cover of the game. And then it would have a paper ticket that you would take up to the front counter. And you would redeem that. You would basically turn it in. And then they would go in the back and they would get your game. And then you would purchase the game right there. It was a really interesting system. And they had this system in place dating back for as long as I can remember. Here we are looking at from the late 2000s there with the Nintendo Wii. This picture is extremely fascinating. Look at this. We have the Nintendo Wii. We got a PS3. We have a PS2. We have some of the original DS systems down there. There's a GameCube bottom right. Beat Mania, that's PS2. As we go further down left, you see we have Xbox 360 possibly down there. Wow, I just find this to be extremely fascinating. Look at all the systems. Oh, there's PSP down there in the middle. Wow. Very, very cool picture right there. Kind of seeing lots of different systems. Man, if I could go back in time right there. And look at the prices too. Very, very cool. So when I saw that ticket there, it just flooded my mind with so many memories there. Look at this cool little thing. Do they make them for big boys? This was always a fun section to walk through as a kid as well. Seeing all the different Power Wheels. Always seeing all the new stuff. Look at the freaking speeder. How cool is that? So cool. They're definitely a lot more exotic than when we were kids. Now they have official branding. I mean, like, look at every car is basically branded, like Cadillac and Ferrari and all that. Back in the day, they were pretty generic. Another section that's just really, really sad to walk through is the bicycle section. This was always tons of fun because you would basically, for me personally, I would go in here and I would just dream about all these cool bikes that I wanted to play with. Now, again, back in the day, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have smartphones and tablets. We didn't have all that. We would go outside and play and ride bikes. That was so much fun to do. And I have so many fond memories in the Northwest of just riding around in the summertime and during school. If it wasn't raining, we'd ride our bikes to school. Just anytime we could be outside, we were on bikes. And so this is a really special spot. And so to see this area in the state that it's in, it's not completely cleared out, but it's pretty close. It's just really sad. Look at this kiosk here. That thing has been here from the beginning of time. Bet you it's got some stories. And moving into the Nerf section, we have been here many, many times at this location. As you can see, it's 40% off. And look at all of the ammo stock that they have. Again, same thing has happened. You can tell they have that 250 pack of ammo that they just had in the back, and it's been stockpiled back there forever, along with the crossbows down there. But this is the last remaining stock of Nerf that we're going to see out here. And yeah, it's a shame. Definitely a shame.
Line time up to 30 minutes. Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
And here we are at the front of the store, right at desk. Gonna check out. We got a couple of things here. And now, like all Toys R Us stores, we're gonna do the famous walk right out of the double doors here. Except I think this thing catches our eye on the way out.
Oh, I've seen some videos on that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good. We've seen videos on that
Battery expires.
for the adult. Yeah.
This blows me away. I've seen people on YouTube play with these, and they're very, very cool. But look at this. It's brand new, still wrapped, and the battery has expired. They had them in the back, not even on the floor. Almost probably forgot they even had them, and the battery has expired. So it does not work. You need to, from the manufacturer, get a new battery. That's just crazy to me. They have so much stock in the back that was just sitting around. Mind-blowing. And as we exit on a beautiful summer's evening, we say farewell. Thank you. You created so many amazing memories. Parents all over the world, thank you for helping with birthdays and holidays and any time there was a gift needed. It is with a very sad heart that this Toys R Us kid says goodbye.
I don't wanna grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't wanna grow up,
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
they got the best for so much less.
You'll really flip your lid.
From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz! I don't wanna grow up, 'cause baby if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
Once a Toys R Us kid,
Always a Toys R Us kid.